Hey everyone, welcome to this three-part series on starting up the 737 and pre-flighting it. I want to apologize in advance for some of the poor frame rates expect to be getting. I do have the counter in the top left corner. As you can see, it's not terribly great. Anyway, in this part of the series, we'll be looking at the initial startup procedures and cockpit preparation. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump right into it. So, here we are today at Philadelphia Airport. The scenery is the Sun Skyjet scenery freeware. I'll put a link to it in the description. Really great piece of scenery. Anyway, so as you can see, we have our aircraft. This is a 737-800 by IFLY, and the cold and dark state. So, anyway, let's get into it. Alright, so let's start by going up to the overhead panel here. Get some electrical power to the aircraft. We're going to turn our battery on. Actually, you know what? First, we need to do make sure our parking brake is set. That can be done here. Set the parking brake. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn on the battery. So this you can pretty much just close it, turn to auto, and that should automatically close there. Okay, before we turn on our AC power, we got to do a few checks first. The 737 scan flows will follow a pretty similar procedure. I'll just get a better view here so you guys can see this. It will follow basically this flow here, as you can see with the mouse. And that will ensure that we have the same flows every time. Anyway, so before we turn on AC power, we got to do a few checks. We're going to first turn our DC voltmeter here to BAT. So that can go up here. Where are you? Why is this not working? Oh, that's the battery. Okay. Anyway, so we can see we have minimum of 22 volts. We have 23 volts actually here. So AC voltmeter, select the ground power. Obviously that's not doing anything right now, as ground power is not selected. Now we need to make sure our electric hydraulic pumps are off, which they are. And now we can go ahead and check our standby disconnects. Actually, just get a better view here. They are both guarded. If they were not, we'd have to get the ground crew to come in and have a look at that. Alright, standby power auto, and that'll automatically close the guard on this aircraft. Bus transfer, make sure that's an auto. The guard's closed. We'll do that now. And there's the guard closed. Okay. We'll also check our landing gear lever. Make sure that's down. It is. We have 3 greens. Speed brakes are up. You can see here. Flap lever is up, and our display here says flaps are also up. If we look up here, can't really see it. There we are. We can also see our flaps are up there. Then we'll make sure that all 3 of these are down, so that we don't have fire bottles getting discharged into the engines when we turn on our AC power. Alright, now we can go ahead and, what was that? Okay, we are going to go ahead and give us some ground power here. Ground support, ground power, connect. Okay, so if we go to the overhead panel, there we go. You can see it says ground power available. It's blue. So we'll select ground power to on. Alright. And we can make sure our emergency exit lights are armed as we have AC power. We can also check up here that our DC amps, we're not losing battery power, and it's being charged. And we can see that AC volts are sitting nicely at 115, which is the minimum. Alright, so now we are going to go ahead and test our fire systems on board here. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to turn the switch right here. We are going to left click this, I believe. This is the test switch. We can see that those lights come on. If we look up here, we can see the overheat light come on. Sorry, that's not. Okay, anyway, moving on. That's our fire test. Oh, okay, that doesn't work, obviously. There, we can verify that's there, and we would usually be able to click the bell cutout, as well as all the lights on here should be working. I believe they are. Okay. Alright, anyway, so we can see light there is on, and all three of these turn on. Okay, so that's tested. We can also turn on our position lights, so you want to do that as soon as you have AC power connected. Ooh, that should be off. Position lights come on to steady. So those are our nav lights. If you were to go outside, you'd see the green, red, and white lights turn on. Engine bleeds 1 and 2 are off. It's verified there. APU bleed switch is off. Turn on. Actually, we're gonna leave our APU off for now. Leading edge devices, we gotta test those. So, there we go. Alright, let's test those. So that's all working. IRS display, test, then P pose. Okay. So our test button, where did you go? Test button. Oh, right there. Test. Okay. And then we can put it up to P pose. Alright, we're going to start our IRS alignment. So they are in off. And we can turn it to nav. Verify align comes on. Off, then nav on DC, and then it switches to align. So our IRSs are now aligning. Just a quick tip, if you want to see how much longer before your IRSs are aligned, you can turn it to heading/STS. Don't know what that stands for off the top of my head. And that's the number of minutes left. I'll turn that back to people's there. Okay. Oxygen, crew, and passengers. Check that we have sufficient oxygen, which is right there. See that that's sufficient. You know what, while we're up here, we will check our EECs, and those need to actually be on. Oh, okay. On. And those close automatically on the IFLY 737, which is actually kind of a neat feature. Alright. Mach airspeed 1 and warning test. Okay. Let's try that. Hear the sound. And alright, these don't stay on long enough, but you will see a display there as well. Stall 1, and we're going to test number 2 actually as well. You can hear the audio. That's the Mach over speed sound. Stall warning. There's a stick shaker. Let's see if we can see anything. No. Okay. And stall warning number 2. Alright, both of those work. Recirculation fans left and right should both be in auto. So these are these switches right here. Turn those to auto. We're also going to turn our temperature's up to auto. We don't need it to freeze to death up here in the cabin. Okay, air conditioning panel, so that's this panel right here. Let's get a better view. Okay, APU bleed, we can turn that on. We can turn our isolation valve is open, that's correct. Left, right pack switches can come to auto. That one can come to auto. And what else do we have here? Right, our trim air can also come on. Alright. And our emergency exit lights are obviously armed. Smoking sign can come on, even though that is technically no longer operable in 737s. Seatbelt sign is off. Flaps lever is up, and it matches the position indicators. We've already verified that. Alright. Engine start levers, those are both on auto. Stabilizer trim is normal, it's in the green range, and the cutouts are both normal. Takeoff warning horn. Alright, we're gonna test that. There's a takeoff warning horn, and you can see the indication there. Alright, bring that back down. Comms, get a better view for this here. Comms are checked, they are fine. Radios are, other radios, audio panel. Okay, so we are going to change our TCAS to 2000. So that's a standard IFR code. Rudder and aileron trim is 0. Let's see here. Aileron, or rudder trim, sorry, is 0. Aileron trim is, well, ailerons, okay. So there's this weird glitch in the IFLY 737 where it doesn't zero until you have your hydraulics set up. I don't know if that's what it is in the real aircraft or not. But for now, we'll say that they are both zeros. Okay, we're going to test our transponder as well while we're at it. So that can be moved down to test. See, all that turns on. TCAS test is going on here.
TCAS system test fail.
And that failed because we don't have our CDU set up yet. We will actually come back to that. Yeah, and also I believe, well, not CDUs, sorry, the IRSs are not set up yet. Those need to be aligned before we can do the TCAS test, I believe. Okay, so pre-flight checklist. So the oxygen is tested 100%. Sorry, that's wrong button. Okay, oxygen is down here. The iFlight is inoperable, but on the real aircraft you would set it to 100% and test it. Navigation transfer and display switches, those are all normal or auto. Window heat. Let's see, we can go ahead and turn on our window heat. Go to buttons, sorry, keep messing up the buttons there. Window heat is on. Pressurization mode selector is auto. That's that guy right there. Flight instruments. So we will verify our heading and altimeter. So according to this here, our heading is, oh no, well, we're gonna have to wait for our IRSs to align. To do that, we're gonna need to complete our FMC setup. So we will come back to that. And our altimeter, let's just get the current ATIS here real quick. Using active sky, so I believe it's 122.0. Alright.
Kilo Papa Hotel Lima Airport Information Hotel 1654 Zulu weather wind 322 at 16 gusting to 26
Kilo Papa Hotel Lima Airport Information India 1822 Zulu weather wind 332 at 18 gusting to 28 visibility 10 sky condition 1800 scattered ceiling 2300 broken temperature 3 dew point -2 altimeter 2941 advise on initial contact you have information India Kilo Papa Hotel Lima Airport Information India 1.
Okay, so our altimeter there is 2941. We'll just move this guy out of the way so we can see. No, that's not what I wanted to hit. 29er. Let's go all the way down. Oh, a little too far. 2941, and we will set that on our backup. Oh, wrong one. Where's our barometer here? This is our barrel. Okay, here we go. 29er. 41. Okay, there we go. Our parking brake is set, and engine start levers are cut off, and the engine levers are at idle. There we go. Alright, I believe that concludes this part of our tutorial. The next part we'll be going over the FMC programming, and then in the third part we'll be going over ready for push or push back and start. We'll see you guys later.